What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to briefly cover my pads, my polishing pads. I did my polishes at one point, but I'm just going to briefly go over and not even really pull them out too much, but just briefly go over what I got going on here. I have a force rotation machine, so I have the force pads in various colors that I really like. I have these up there because I use these for hand polishing. These are like the Eagle Edgeless Mini pads. Now, I really like the Lake Country and the Meguiar's, and actually the also the Grail's Garage Boss microfiber pads. I really like those for many of my steps. I just picked these up. I haven't had a chance to use them though. These are the new Hdo Ccs Pads. I really liked the Lake Country Hdo pads in general, which I have them somewhere, but these are all the Hdo CCS. I haven't had a chance to put them back yet. Again, like I said, the Lake Country microfiber cutting pads, they're just amazing. I even like their finishing pads more. Lake Country microfiber cutting pads, and these are the Oberk wool for rotary pads. These are all the force pads. I got Rupes yellow pads. I really like the yellow and the white pads depending on like what polishes I use. The only other pads from Rupes that I like are the wool, the yellow wool pads. I really like those a lot. I have the blue. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have these blue pads. For melee and for regular. I hate these DA course pads so much. I bought them and I can't stand them. I tried them once and it was on a really trashed paint, and I just didn't, not that the finish would get a different result necessarily. They probably do what they're supposed to do. I just didn't like the usage of them. Eurofiber 50/50 pads, obsessed with those, have many of those. Again, like I said, Meguiar's pads. These are the original Hdo pads that I have so many. Grail's Garage microfiber pads, Grail's Garage Boss Series foam pads. So I like the orange pads. I got their white and their yellow pads, and I also have the Lake Country one-step pads mixed in with Oberk's cutting pad. So you can tell slightly based on the color, and also the Oberk pads have a hole in them, and the Lake Country one-step do not. And I also have the Oberk one-step pads specifically too, because I got their new sole polish, and I got the Oberk red polishing pads. Those are just that side. Then come over here. These are like the ones I don't use as often. I just have them for the nitty-gritty stuff. Yeah, I bought Adams pads to go along with those 3 Adams polishes that I had. If you watch those videos, I used them, just didn't really love them that much. I got their one-step pads too. These are old, thin pads from, I believe, CCS, Lake Country. I believe Lake Country, thin cut pads, whatever. These are Rupes melee pads. So I bought the yellow and the white pads. These are Rupes white pads that have seen a better day from a one-step on a truck that had single stage paint. So that was gross. Old school Rupes pads, you can tell they changed them. They don't have the beveled edge, and the color's a little different. See how these have like a weird edge, and then these have this like swoop. I like the newer ones better, obviously, so I'll probably end up selling those to somebody. I got these. I probably won't use them often, if I use them at all. These are the Rupes other ones. Coach Chemi. So love-hate relationship. I don't like any of their pads really, except for their one-step, and I really like their purple, but now they're coming out with, I'm assuming the whole line's gonna have it, where the CCS like type dimples in it, but the purple pad with their purple polish is actually really good. I haven't used this. This is their, I bought this at some point, must have been on a sale, Chemical Guys. I don't even know when I would ever use that, but it is what it is. And I got their black microfiber as well. This is Lake Country CCS. Smart pads from Lake Country, Thin Pro. And these are gloss pads. So these are actually really good pads. These are Car Pro gloss pads. I actually had a small pad version of those also. And so these are pads that were sent over to me by Liquid Engineering, whatever. I bought their polisher from overseas, and they sent me all these pads. And then ShineMate sent me some pads. These are more like the type of pads where I don't know what I'm going to use, because I wouldn't use them on my personal vehicle. Specifically because I'm just very much a creature of OCD. This is a box of all my small stuff. Again, like I said, creature of comfort. I got my microfiber cutting discs from Meguiar's and Lake Country, and these are kind of pricey too, but they were just nice. I got my mini polisher pads, and we still have the Adams ones. We have the 3-inch Rupes, like many 2-inch pads, 1-inch pads, a lot of the Eurofiber 50/50 pads. You keep digging, there's more Lake Country Hdo Ccs Pads, the new ones. I just got those. More 2-inch pads. I got everything marked too. The Lake Country Hdo pads, the 1-step and the blue. This is a whole thing of the Boss series foam and microfiber. These are the APS pads that go along with my PXE80 from Detail Division. And these are a love-hate expense-wise. I'm going to get the KXK pad punch kit so that I could just start buying 6-inch microfiber pads and making my own, because these start to get expensive. These 1, 2, and 3-inch pads will put you into bankruptcy. Like I said, I love these yellow foam. These Boss series microfibers from Griots are actually really good as well. So I like those. And more Glossit pads, 3-inch Glossit pads, paired with even more. I got these smaller Coach Chemi. Again, like I said, I only like the micro cut. Some people like the whole line. I think they're full of shit. I don't know how you could like them. Just the feel of the pad in general, the design of it, I'm not a big fan of it, but I try to keep all my small pads in there. I will go through this cart in a few minutes, but I also have all of my 6-inch pads of the same variety and nature down here. So tons more of pads, like infinitely amount. Anything that I have and like in the 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 5-inch variety, I have in 6 also. So Hdo pads, Oberk cuts, Lake Country cuts, Coach Chemi. I haven't used them yet. I've only used the smaller ones, but it is what it is. So the Hdo pads, obviously I love the Hdo pads. Even the Griots pads, the microfiber pads from Meguiar's, and the yellow and white Rupes, and the wool too. So to me, I don't use a 6-inch machine as much as I use my minis and my 5-inch, but I do have my Rupes 21, and I do have a couple other machines that would benefit from those pads. So having them is better than not having them. Now I know some people are going to say I have an excessive amount of pads, and to that I say you are correct, but when I need them, I have them, and if you need it, you don't have it, you have to order it. There's a difference. So I just keep everything nice and neat, tucked away, nice. It usually, yes, it does, it falls and it smacks into anything, but it is what it is. That's just how I have them stored. I used to have them in this container, but then when I became a Grand Ambassador for the Red Company, they sent me 100,000 microfibers, and I ended up putting a lot of those in there. We're going to talk about towels on the next video, but that's the pads I have and use. I like them. If you have another type of pad that you use or like, link it down below. Let me know if you have any experience with things. These are pretty much the only pads I haven't really had a lot of trial and error with. They go hand in hand with the gear driven. So I have my Rupes Melee and my Flex, the Super Beast, I believe it's called. So I'm gonna start using the gear driven a lot more, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of application where that machine with that power would be a good in-between without using a rotary. But we're going to talk about my polishers and my machinery and my equipment in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are an OCD OG, I truly appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's a lot more to come. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you guys on the next one.